Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for this special bonus video of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. It is day 144 for EDSS here in the Realm Reborn, and last time in the previous bonus video we showed off the Moonfire Fair festivities, which are going on for a few more days. They've now been accompanied by a similar occasion known as the Rising, but I'll get to that towards the end of this video because there's actually an event that is associated with the Rising that is actually part of what we're going to be doing as part of this video. Plus, there's also a new event that has also come along that is only available for a few more days, so I decided I might as well show this off before it becomes too late to do so. So, let's have Edie step off from his perch. And we will go to find the person that we are seeking, which is going to be in this direction. They're going to be down over here. By the way, do you enjoy the music, the new music? Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So yeah, we want to speak to, I believe it is this individual, Bran. Yes, we do. This is a level 15 challenge he has entitled, What Blooms in the Night? Bran the Gazetteer would ask for your aid in tracking down an elusive individual. A moment of your time. Who wouldn't give a moment lest they got something to hide, right? I'm with the Harbour Herald, name of Bran. I'm as green as they come. Consider this my gas born yesterday and still learning to spell tomorrow. But I'd have to be beyond green to not know that you're a man who knows things. For example, this mysterious minstrel whose poetry is the talk of the town. You know about him, am I right? Flamboyant kind of fellow, I hear. Silver bijou and scented oils. You're sure you haven't seen him? Highly doubt an eagle eye like you'd miss him if he were about these parts. Then again, what do I know, right? I'm as green as the darling buds of spring. Hardly fair to think you'd live up to my lofty expectations. Pay no heed to what I said about you being an eagle eye and knowing everything that's going on. I'll just go talk to some other folks. If you hear anything about the mysterious minstrel, that's not that I expect you to, you know where to find me. Well, I believe we can actually accommodate him, because we can start by going to find a few people who actually have seen this particular person. So, we're gonna put a little spring in my step, because I'm definitely gonna need to. As the music now changes to the more familiar tune of Limsa, let's speak with our first witness, Gregory. A mysterious minstrel, you say? Might have made a puzzling one, do? I met one as just the other day when I was out guild business in Gridania. Now that you mention it, he did cut a rather dashing figure. It was out of remembrance for the calamity. I started when I saw his face by the light of the fireworks. We looked alike as brothers, you see. Well, fair he was to look upon, naturally. I introduced myself, asked him if he'd lost friends as I have, and what do you know, he thanks me. Puzzling sort of fellow, as I said. And then we'll go further north to reach our next individual. And they're going to be out near the Marauders Guild. And the rain may be coming down, but it's not going to dampen my enthusiasm for what we're going to be doing. In fact, it's actually quite appropriate. So, let's speak with Gigiwazu. The mysterious minstrel? Why, I believe I met the very man. It was in Ul'dah. I was there but recently, you see. As pleasant as Limsa is, I feel the need to return home at a regular tick. He had to show me from the heights of the city to see the fireworks, and oh, how lovely they were! Flowers for the dead blooming in the night sky. Ah, but forgive my flights of fancy. The fireworks are quite extraordinary, however. No common green comets or blue spinners there. Might not this be a minstrel working on a verse? A song of remembrance and hope? Well, we shall soon learn more about this as we continue to run along the north path here in the upper decks, the upper decks of Limsa. So we're gonna run down, actually go into the Marauders Guild for this next one. We're not gonna speak with Guildmaster Wernzwen again, unfortunately. We're gonna speak with his secretary, Gnad. Have I heard of the mysterious minstrel? We have not merely heard, we have listened. Rest assured, we are on alert for this known troublemaker. Troublemaker? Let the record show that shortly before the calamity, he was apprehended in La Noscea and placed in custody. The charges? Inciting a riot! Further compounding his crimes, this minstrel vanished from the jail before his guilt could be pronounced. He will be found, apprehended, and charged with prison breaking, or my name is not Gnad! Well, if you say so. Permit me a moment to blacklist another spammer. Yeah, they come in droves around here. So now we gotta go back to Bran. Now we gotta run back to the opposite side and speak with him. So yeah, lots of different things we could be seeing and doing, but we're gonna stay on schedule as best we can because there's a lot to cover in this video. And a lot of places to cover too. So, run down to the length of the field, back down to the opposite side, back through the Johnny Wench, and we'll run through a whole bunch of people. Lando Calrissian. I like that. Take on Lando Calrissian from the Star Wars trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy. Alright. Alright, Bran. I got you your eyewitness reports. Some breadcrumbs for the little bird. I knew you were the man to drop the hint to. This guise may be raw, but daft he's not. The minstrel was spotted in Uldan Gridania, you say? Knew that already. Watching fireworks though, that's new. The Calamity Remembrances, I'll wager. And the yellow jackets are talking big. That means they're not even close to catching the fella. Last I checked, you can't smoke out a fox with the hot air. Wager you a brass buckle the minstrel's going to show right here in Limsa. So, the best vantage points for tonight's fireworks. Eagle Eye, something tells me you're the man to hold the fort here in the Aft Castle. I'm off to swarm up the other. Won't have it be said that Bran's ma raised the laggard. And so off as he goes away, we can actually search for the wandering minstrel. And we're going to go and see that he's not all that far away. If you're taking on the extreme level primal battle known as Ultima's Bane, you'll have to speak with this person in order to initiate that challenge. But it turns out, he's actually not in Mordona, unlike the Ultima's Bane challenge, but here in Limsa. Do you seek me, good adventurer? Ah, you seek the mysterious minstrel. That is a name I answer to, though most call me the wandering minstrel. Since the calamity, I have traveled the land, celebrating the exploits of adventurers. There is fire in the sky again. Where once death burned so brightly, I go from one remembrance to the next, singing of valor that aspires not to glory. I sing of you and yours. There are no coincidences left, not in this time of stealing shadows. You and I are in the right place at the right time. Come, Edie, tell me your tale, and I shall sing it to all the realm. How did you know who I am? Well, word travels fast, I guess, about the Warrior of Light. In the shadow of shadows, the common folk look to the adventurers. Have blade, will travel. No job too small, no danger too great. You are the gallants of this new and uncertain age, the lords of the road. Your tale is the thread from which I weave my verses, a roving tale to be sure. In my need of many hours on the loom, in its stead, let me share with you the words of Louisoix L'Eveilleur. That would of course be Archon Louisoix. Lances of light herald the dawn, beckoning shadows deeper still. Splendid dances with shades, unsheathed a rime-kissed blade spills crimson over fields of white. How did the seventh astral era dawn but through the intervention of the warriors of light? Lances of light. You are the lances of light, the sword of the morning, you and all adventurers. But Archon Louisoix warned us that shadows will accompany the coming of dawn. In answer to ascendant light, darkness will gather in opposition. Also I interpret his words. What a rime-kissed blade signifies I cannot yet fathom, but I have heard that roses of blood are blooming in the white fields of Cathus, and even in ever greater profusion. We are come to a strange harvest, adventurer. I fear the lances of light are destined to cross this rime-kissed blade. Pray hearken to these next words of mine, that you might be kept from the encroaching shadows. And I'm supposed to pronounce that ream, not rhyme. And as a token of appreciation for all that you have done. And so, we're now going to have a bit of a cutscene here. And this cutscene will involve the minstrel using his special harp. Yeah, he's not Sheik from Ocarina of Time, but you'd be hard-pressed to tell the two apart. Because we're going on our way to this little cutscene where we're going to get to experience a place we've been before. So you're probably wondering, what are we going to be seeing when we reach the start of this cutscene? Well, be patient, because it does take a while for this game to load with PS3. Yeah. Remember the opening scene back on day 1? Yeah, we've returned to it. And instead of La Habrea, we have the Wandering Minstrel to keep us company. A growing light over all the realm, fingers bright on Harlan's white, and in an instant a blade that smites the knights. But ill winds rise as the greater gates yawn, hope rides to meet what naught can cheat, and old despair astride a new-shoaled mare. And thus do I wander and spin my words, all for the glory of the warriors of light. Or should I say, for the glory of you? Yeah, because this is only available to you once you beat the game, as far as I know. I have walked the four corners of Hydaelyn, from the gardens of Zarakish to the floating lakes of Volsian Siran, but never in my travels have I borne witness to tragedy such that which befell Eorzea. In the days before the calamity, I glimpsed the world beyond the void, a new world, birthed from the ashes of the old, delivered from darkness by the bringer of light, the giver of hope, you. See how many look to you for hope, for the promise that night will end and dawn will come again. In fact, what's he talking about? Turns out they're all with me in this dream sequence. The Signs of the Seventh Dawn, General Ralban, Admiral Merlweb, the Elder Seedseer, just to name a few. What are you all but a growing light, the hope that rides against despair? The rebirth of this film is entirely because of you, the Warrior of Light, and of course every other person who will ever play this game. We who gather to watch the fireworks, we are of one mind. We are not beaten. We live in a world of unimaginable loss and overwhelming suffering, yet we have hope. It is our light in the darkness, a light with which you blessed us. And that's a lot of people that want to thank me. And so the minstrel will take his bow. As well he should. And for that, you have my undying thanks, Warrior of Light. Mine, and many others. It is always darkest before dawn, they say, and we will not see dawn for a long time yet. For every day without care, you will see 3 where the weight of the world will be upon you. For that is your destiny. And your hero's journey. And when your journey comes to an end, who will you be? Though my heart longs to know, my own journey may take me to another land, down that nameless corridor of shades and sprites. Let me then leave you with a gift. And so what is he bestowing upon us? Well, how about a little more light? To go with my black dragoon armor. And a round of applause from all the eyewitnesses. Thank you, everyone! I couldn't have done it without you, and hey, I even saw Mother Miyun in there. Wow, how long has it been since we saw Mother Miyun? Never forget what you are, Edie. The dawn that breaks over a realm reborn. The hope of Eorzea, the warrior of light. And of course, by virtue of my victory in this game, that will never be disputed. Because now we just get to enjoy whatever comes next. And of course, I still have a lot more to show in this game. Of course, the intro sections from Ul'dah and Limsa, which I have recorded but not yet shown, as well as what happens as far as quests are concerned beyond the main story. So as the fireworks light up Limsa, with a new set of fireworks to go with it, because yeah, it isn't all the same sequence. It finishes with a flash. Yeah, because we've seen that symbol before on many occasions in this game. Yeah, and they actually changed the fireworks display from Moonfire Fair so that it could add those new additions. So, we get the experience points, Gil, plus a new emote. And this quest is now completed. So, we have now finished What Blooms in the Night. You have learned the emote, Huzzah! And we also gained a minigame. Minigames recently became available, but with the new 2.3 patch, but I haven't really had an opportunity to take a look at them all that much. So, with that, I will go ahead and proceed to show off the new emote. Huzzah. But it's best for me to show this if I have my trident showing. So, let's find that huzzah. Here it is. So let me set this to hotbar. Alright, so I also want to get in some better light too, because it doesn't look all that good if I'm showing this off in the darkness. So let's give off a huzzah for our victory. There we go. Yeah, that's what a huzzah looks like. And in case you missed it, encore! Huzzah! And so, with that, this quest is now over. And now that we've taken care of the appetizer, it's time for the main course. Time to move on, and we're going to go over to the lower decks here in Limsa to get our main challenge started. So, off we go to the Aetheryte Plaza, because this is the closest place that we can get to in order to get what we will require for this particular challenge that we are now going to be facing. Because it is a series of challenges that we're going to be taking on. And so it's very important that you also maintain a strong sense of vigilance when you're doing these challenges, because they will come and go quickly. So you gotta be on your toes when you take on this challenge, because you'll be required to go to a lot of different places to do this. You'll have to go through all 3 territories of Eorzea, as well as Carthus and Mordona. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. So, the person I'm going to be looking for is right over here. I want to speak to a particular individual by the name of Peter Winsome, and we're going to take on his level 12 challenge entitled For the Winsome. And if the image looks familiar to you in this particular shot, I think you have an idea of where we're going with this. Peter Winsome, a reporter for the Harbor Herald in Limsa, wishes to interview an adventurer. Greetings, friend. I am Peter Winsome, reporter for the Harbor Herald. Could you spare a moment to aid me with an article I hope to pen? It is nothing scandalous or unseemly, I assure you. I simply wish to interview an adventurer about his first-hand experiences dealing with recent and inexplicable profusion of monstrous wildlife beyond the city gates. I'm especially curious about the spawning megalocrabs out at Three Muln Bend, and a particularly ravenous dodo dubbed Gertrude running rampant at Quarterstone. Should you encounter any of these creatures, I would greatly appreciate you might share with me. And though I do not doubt your integrity, I would mind you returning with some physical evidence of your efforts. I have a reputation as a seeker of truth to maintain, you understand. And so yeah, we have a change in the quest text, because that style of text was used in Final Fantasy XIII, where we found this particular individual that we're going to be crossing paths with. So it's your choice. You can choose Middle Lanosea or Lower Lanosea. I'm going to play it by ear, and I'm just going to play back and forth to see which of the two is more likely to give me what I require. Because you have to wait for a specific fate to show up. And only when that fate shows up can you proceed to take it. So the challenge I want to take is not yet available. So let's go ahead. We're going to, for the sake of it, I'm going to teleport quickly back and forth between Middle and Lower Lanosea. So give me a moment, and once I get this figured out, once I can find the correct fate, I will join you guys in a moment. Okay, finally found one that went active. It took a little longer than I thought it would, but we are going to take on the one that is in Western Lanosea, not Lower Lanosea as I stated previously. This is the Tender Buttons Fate, featuring the boss known as Gluttonous Gertrude, and we have to slay this thing. This is what's going to get us the victory that we require, and will allow a particular moment to occur, hopefully, not all that long. And see the text up there? Well, it won't be long before a particular person of interest comes into the fray. We should be seeing that person soon. Yes, there she is. Claire Lightning Farron, the lead protagonist of Final Fantasy XIII, has just suddenly come out of nowhere into Eorzea, and we're helping to... she's going to help us in our fight against Gluttonous Gertrude. In fact, they even go so far as to include the main battle theme from Final Fantasy XIII, which is really cool that they would do that. But I don't like the fact that I'm being the main person targeted, because if I end up dying, that's not cool. Because that means I would have to start all over again, and we don't want that. Hopefully we can make an example out of Gluttonous Gertrude before it is too late. So let's make sure we can at least keep lightning in shot. And yeah, we're starting to turn it into our favor. We have enough people, along with lightning, to help us see this thing to the end. And down goes Gluttonous Gertrude. And the victory is ours. We also get 2 items known as otherworldly parcels, and Lightning is going to take some time to talk with us. Yeah, she was sleeping apparently, but she's here with us now. Let's give her... well, before she can even get a chance to speak with her further, she hightails it out of here. So, let's go back to Limsa. And it looks like we're going to have other people joining us as well, because, yeah, we weren't alone doing this. Yeah, we were not alone doing this particular challenge. So yeah, Lightning apparently has found herself supposedly in a dream sequence. Apparently she's dreaming this, but yeah, she's not Chopin in Eternal Sonata. Nothing like it. But yeah, from her own world of... crap, what was it called in Final Fantasy XIII? I know what was considered the evil world was Grand Pulse, but I cannot remember what the main world was known as. Alright, well, let's speak with Peter Winsome and finish this first challenge. I'll delight to speak with you again, adventurer. So tell me, have you discovered aught to share with the Harbour Herald's readership? Any tales to mesmerize and inform, of course, the masses? Well, these... yeah, we are only required to give 1, even though we've received 2 otherworldly parcels. A lady warrior, you say? And she left behind this parcel? Allow me to confirm the facts. A puissant and powerful woman in exotic raiment appears, introducing herself as Lightning, and after the battle is won, she vanishes like a bolt of the very stuff for which she was named. Finally, left in her blinding wake, you can find what can be described as naught else but another worldly package. Incredible! I say we peel back the wrapping and have a peek at what's inside. I have never before seen such craftsmanship. I imagine even the famed artisans of Gridania would struggle to reproduce this degree of quality. A mysterious knight of unknown origin, wielding a weapon of equally enigmatic design. Yes, this shall become a most interesting article indeed. Your contribution has been invaluable. With your profession in mind, I believe the contents of this parcel are best left in your hands. After all, I have need of no other accoutrement but my mighty quill. And so with that first challenge completed, we get experience if you were at level 12, or before level 50, plus a set of Bohemian's gloves. Now, if you're using a female avatar, this particular item will actually be different. So, with that challenge completed, this challenge will now continue in Ul'dah. So, off to Ul'dah we go. Off to Ul'dah we go, in order to get ourselves a chance at seeing who we might find next of particular interest. And yeah, someone of particular interest to me just went online, and I'm hoping they respond back to a message I sent them, because it involves me playing the game with this particular individual. They voluntarily quit the game last week, and I feel like they left on not the best of terms. So I want to see if I can help to give them a hand in their healing process to make things right for them. So, the person we want to speak to next is going to be somewhere over here once all of these sprites show up. I forget it's... okay, it's this intersection. It's this street lamp that we want to speak to. We want to speak to Valalafel Dural, and we will be taking on his level 26 challenge entitled Seeking the Scoop. Dural, a reporter for the Mithril Eye in Ul'dah, wishes to enlist the aid of an adventurer. A hearty hail to you, adventurer. I am Dural Thoral, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. It is the experiences of esteemed explorers such as yourself that I have come to collect and collate. Are you aware of this latest object of many an old adolescent's ardent attention? I would guess so. Aye, it is that Lady Warrior Lightning and her awe-inspiring appearances across the land. Ever since the Harbor Herald printed its infamous article, the feisty fighter has found herself quite the following, and to add fuel to the fire, she has been witnessed most recently wielding her weapon out in the wilds of Thanalan. The knight was said to be on course to clash with a creature of nightmare incarnate. As for the specific where, the rumors suggest several sites, such as High Bridge in eastern Thanalan and Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Would you care to confirm these sightings and indulge my career-driven curiosity? Some form of souvenir would be sufficient. So, as it was with the first challenge, you're not required to go to both locations, you only need to go to one. And what I'm going to take is going to be Little Alamigo. Because quite frankly, I don't know where the other challenge takes place, around High Bridge. I thought I knew, but apparently I didn't with my first avatar, and so I ended up taking Little Alamigo because it seems to be the popular preference. I just hope it doesn't take me all that long to find Miss Lightning again and the fate to which she is attached to, because if I remember correctly this time, the fate that comes up, the name of it is specific to Lightning. It has her name in it. And actually, it is taking place right now, and it is low on time, and holy cow. Oh, I might not be able to beat this one. If there are not enough people around, or there's not fast enough movement, I might not get a shot at this one. I may have to wait. Lanzo, it feels like you're moving like molasses, man. Go a little quicker. Yeah, because we have to go around the entire boundary of Little Alamigo in order to get to this one. And with less than 3 minutes to get the job done, I don't know if we're gonna get to pull it off. Alright, well, there's the target, but it looks like we may be fighting this one solo. Oh, do I not have... Oh. I should probably not be thinking about this too much. I should just get right into it. Waste no time. Because time is a luxury I do not have. Oh! Auto-lock! Auto-lock! That is gonna send me back a little. But yeah, I do not believe I can get this one in time, especially if I keep getting auto-locked. If I keep getting auto-locked, that is definitely sending me back. Yeah, I said it was the popular choice, but not this time, apparently. Yeah, because there are potter swarms going around, but other than that, it's just me and 90 seconds to beat this guy who has me well beat, to be honest. Yeah, this is a fight I will not be able to complete by myself. I should probably cut my losses and wait for reinforcements, to be quite honest, because yeah, I don't like my odds. Because I'm down to half health and he's barely been scratched. Yeah, I don't think lightning will be striking in this case. Yeah, I'm gonna concede and wait. I'm gonna give it up and wait. Yeah. I could have reinforcements, but that logo says that they're inactive right now. Alright, so I'm gonna wait it out to see where lightning appears next, so give me a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, this fate has been reactivated and we're now good to go. So let's get in now that we have a few more people to help out. Well, yeah, let's see how. Yeah, let's attack the incorrect opponent. Of course. Yeah, I want to attack the Phantom, the Armored Beast, but no, I'm gonna attack the bees because they're much more important. But not really. Yeah, so insulting. And yeah, you saw the lightning text because yeah, she's coming back. You can't fight an armored unit without artillery. Well, we can try. You get full points for bravery. I'm sure we do. Where are you, Lightning? Show yourself. You taking the lead on this? Okay, there you are. It's a shame I can't use any of my, most of my special abilities here. But, now that I have much better odds of survival, maybe we can get in. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was trying to get some of my FC members to help me with my second avatar. Ah. Alright, that's more like it. That's more like it. But that doesn't mean that we're not out of the woods yet. Yes, hopefully we can get this thing down quickly. We are definitely standing a much better chance since we have a lot more people around. And if all does go well, we should be fine. So, yeah, we almost got it subdued. Where are you, Lightning? There you are. On the right side of the screen. Yeah, this may be a level 26 opponent, but it doesn't fight like a level 26 opponent. It is like a level 50 opponent, and you're an idiot if you're trying to do this solo, as I have just demonstrated. I didn't expect to be here after the battle was done. Why is that? Might as well take... And so there goes Lightning to wherever it is that she's gonna go next. Well, I know where she's gonna go next, but you don't know yet. Alright, so I'll be back with you guys in a moment in Ul'dah, so don't go away. Okay, with 2 fates now down, let's go ahead and speak with Thrall again. So, were you successful in sighting the soldiery siren and securing a souvenir of the experience? You must tell me the tale of its terrible totality! And so, we gotta give her this strange otherworldly parcel. Be still, my beating heart, you battled a beast that bore a resemblance to a behemoth, and lightning fearlessly flung herself into the fray? Wow, you're a tongue twister, you are. How heroic, but this bewildering box that lightning left behind. Such a mysterious memento merits immediate investigation. What curious contents have we uncovered? In all the meandering markets of this merchant metropolis, never have I gazed upon more enigmatic garments. Whence does this heartly heroine hail? Your opinion that her origin is otherworldly? A jolly jest, but I'm afraid facts and not flights of fancy are my forte. Your eyewitness account, however, shall accord my article the required amount of authenticity. The next issue of the Myth or Lie will sail off the shelves. Here, I appreciate that adventurers of Troy acquiring such uncommon apparel. It is past time that I put pen to parchment. And so with that, we get the 5,075 experience points, as well as some Bohemian's trousers. As I mentioned before, if you're using a female avatar, that attire that you're going to get is different. So now, our next stop is Gridania. Yeah, we've been to Limsa, we've been to Ul'dah, so now logically, we must go to Gridania next. And so to Gridania we shall go. So let's hope that once we get there, it will not take all that long, because actually we have to teleport twice when we get to Gridania due to the fact that the next roving reporter that we have to speak to is situated at Miketo's amphitheater. And I've asked an FC member to help me with this challenge, and apparently the next fate is currently active. And so, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to this one. I'm going to have to wait on the next one. So, let's go ahead and make our way to Miketo's amphitheater. So, I'll give some assurances that I'll catch the next one. Yeah, because it doesn't take that long for these fates to come up. I mean, worst case scenario, you're probably looking at like a 10-minute wait. So, the person we want to speak to here at Miketo's amphitheater is Kippa Yakaya. So, let's go ahead and speak with her and take the next lightning challenge, a level 38 entitled The Knight's Passage. Kippa Yakaya, reporter for The Raven, Go Baltimore! Wishes to enlist the aid of an adventurer. Yeah, the NFL season starts tomorrow. Greetings, adventurer. I'm Kippa Yakaya, reporter for The Raven. You have heard of Gridania's leading tabloid, I trust? I have now. And I assume that you have heard the rumors of a lady knight known as Lightning? It seems she is everywhere at once. The public's obsession with this mystery warrior grows with each passing day, and the publications of each city-state feed their frenzy with endless feature articles. Lightning drills over the Bismarck's delightfully grilled dodo. That's a headline from the Harbour Herald. The trinkets of SM's lapidaries fail to strike Lightning's fancy. That one's a groan-inducing pun typical of the Mithril in its mediocre reporting. Any gazette that includes an article on Lightning, no matter how trivial the details, is guaranteed to sell down to the last copy, and the Raven needs to seize its own share of the potential profits. The word around town is that Lightning was last seen travelling towards Cathis. I ask that you seek out any evidence of her passage, and learn from me some tasty morsel of gossip. And so, that is where we will go. Next destination, Cathis. And you might be familiar with this particular area of Cathis that we're going to, because it was in this particular area that we're heading towards in Cathis, where we took the last level 50 Dragoon training challenge, which allowed EDSS to obtain the main part of his Dragoon's armor. So, it's not going to be in that exact spot, but it will be off to the side. But it's in the general area, basically. So, yeah, as I mentioned, it doesn't take that long to get there to do what needs to be done. So, once that quest goes up, I will join you guys once it goes down. So, be right back. Because, yeah, we can take the time, we can wait. So, be back in a moment. Okay, the next lightning quest has just gone active, and so we're now making our way to where we need to go. So, now that it is active, let's get the lead out, as it were. That includes you too, Lanza. Can't have you being a slowpoke, especially when we need to get in there to get credit for being a part of the fate. So, up the hill in the direction of the Steel Vigil, where of course we had our level 50 Dragoon battle with Estenian to complete the Dragoon training. So off to the right, and we'll go past the Ice Sprite, and make our way down over here. This is where we're going to find this next challenge. And it looks like it's already ongoing. It has just started. And looks like Lightning has already gotten a head start. Let's go ahead and offer our assistance. And hopefully she doesn't die. That would suck if she did. And apparently I'm not impressing her. Well, but I can see I'm not alone here. And why aren't we scoring? I was about to say, why aren't we scoring? Yeah, I've seen more than my fair share of these enemies. They're definitely a pain in the ass. Look out. Look out. And no, you are not seeing things. That is a green chocobo. That is a new addition to the most recently released patch of this game, is that you can have you can give your chocobo specific foods and it'll change colors. Okay, let's see if we can add on to its pain and suffering somewhat. Try to turn things a little more in my favor, and in our favor for that matter. Okay, yeah, Steam Clean apparently puts up Stone Skin, which means it negates any damage we cause until we have eliminated it. This could deplete my resources in a hurry. And that would be bad if that is indeed true. We definitely need more people to help out here. Because of course, we're dealing with time, we're dealing with Lightning trying to survive. We're gonna have to throw everything but the kitchen sink with this few people around. Oh, I need this bait. But where is the help? Because, yeah, we can't do this as 3 people and an NPC. Like, we aren't not damaging the Dreadnought at all. There's been... There we go, we finally get a breakthrough. I hope that my fellow FC member is going to get reinforcements. Let me ask him if that's his intention. But for what I know, this could be anything but that. Oh, we brought it. Someone got in that shouldn't have come in. Well, I think we saw another person that wanted to help out, but as it stands right now, we're still needing a few more people if we want to stand a chance. But yeah, this thing really wants its to get lightning bad. Yeah, I was about to see, what the heck happened? What happened there was weird. Don't understand why that thing did what it did, but whatever. At least we're back on track, we're doing what needs to be done. And hopefully we can save Lightning before she gets off. Yeah, this is not for this is not for a person who's at level 38. As you can see, I got quite a bit of damage. This is not for the faint of heart if you don't have enough people. But it looks like we're starting to see more people showing up and things turn in our favor. Come on. Get it to do it. Do what has to be done here, please. We need to get this Dreadnought down right away. So we gotta pass halfway now. Snapped from the wrong side with that move. Use a light. Use the heavy thrust, please. Thank you. Now suddenly I'm having difficulty remembering what buttons my controls are doing. What mine's supposed to be scoring with. But now the HP is starting to come down a lot faster. That tells me we have a lot more people behind me. If I can get a view on them. Well, maybe not a lot of people, but enough so that we're not spinning our wheels, as it were. Ugh. Let's get this thing. It's almost dead. Almost got it close. Yeah, it definitely helps when you have a massive marauder in your ranks. That definitely goes a long way. And after spinning our wheels for a few minutes, almost not quite there after the use of another steam clean by the Dreadnought. Come on, drop your defenses. Let us breach shoot. Thank you. There we go. Now it's down. There we go. Got it. Oh, that was rough. But of course it didn't help that we didn't have enough people. You believe you're being tested? Well, we shall see if that is indeed true. So, off walks Lightning to her final destination. Well, actually, it's not going to be her final destination yet. Because she's not going to die. I mean, we can follow her if we want to. But our main objective is to go and... Well, first of all, I'm going to change back over. Main objective is to go back to New Gridania. So, see you back in a moment in New Gridania after we get the chance to once again speak with the reporter. Back in Gridania at Mikedo's amphitheater, so let's go ahead and speak with Kippa Yakaya to speak with her again and give her the good news. How fared you in your travels, adventurer? Were you able to track down any sign of the Lady Knight who has captured the imagination of the masses? Pray tell me you lured some heretofore unknown snippet of news? That I can accommodate for you. This will suffice, I believe. And so what exactly are we giving to her, this young lady? Lightning fought against a Magitech-like machine, but it was not to your knowledge of Garlean origin? Well, I know little of such matters, but the tale of a battle with a mysterious mechanical opponent shall make for a riveting article nonetheless. I'll just grab my quill and... Then... Oh, hello, who have we here? A friend of yours? Yeah, if you can believe it. Yeah, guess who's come to say hello to us? Yeah, Lightning wants to pay us a visit. So forgive me if my lightning sounds off, but I'll do the best I can to do her voice. I thought you looked familiar. So, you're one of those so-called adventurers, right? Free to go where you want and do as you please? Must be nice. And so? I always seem to be at the mercy of some power of fate I can't control. In fact, I'm probably only here as a part of an insane god's trial. To be tested and tempered like on some unthinking weapon, so that I might be ready to fight. I'll fight alright, but I'll be on my own terms. No one pulls my strings anymore. Although if I had to be sent somewhere, I could do worse than this place. So beautiful, so full of life. My sister, my friends, they would love it here. And even the sun is out to shine on you. I'm starting to sound soft. I better get going. And so, having spoken her piece... Yeah, a sun realization for our little Mikote. Just a moment now. Was that the lightning? It was. Oh, I'm such a fool! I might have snared an exclusive interview with her! But how astonishing to see the rumor in the flesh! All that we have to mark the occasion is this parcel, and the garment I found within. She must have wanted you to have it, in appreciation for the aid you rendered during her struggles. Here, be sure to treasure this memento, adventurer. I believe I will do indeed just that. And if you're wondering if we are finished, we are not. Excuse me a moment while I'm waiting for us to come out of cutscene, because yeah, it seems like a particular little person just wants to spam their message. So let's go ahead and, well, I guess I have to finish this first. I guess we're gonna have to skip the cutscene, yes. But yeah, we did what had to be done. Complete. There we go. Now then, where were we? Yes, you who will not shut up. You are blacklisted. So yeah, if you thought we were done with Kippa Yakaya, we are not, because there is one more challenge with her still to go. And that is the last challenge, a level 45 entitled Wonder and Lightning. Kippa Yakaya, the reporter for the Raven, has some urgent news for you. Uh-oh. What is it, young lady? Have you perused the latest edition of the Raven, good adventurer? My feature on lightning is selling like honey cakes. After our previous conversation, I searched through the city for our famous warrior friend and I found her. I had my exclusive interview, and the resulting article has our readership enthralled. I compensated her for her time, of course. Lightning seemed quite fascinated by her culture and dress, so I gifted her with the traditional garb of the Mikote clans. Yeah, can you imagine her wearing it? She won't, though, unfortunately. Those other reporters must be checking on their quills at my good fortune. Oh, but what am I saying? There's far more important news afoot. According to the latest alehouse gossip, fell demons were seen converging on Lightning's location. It would be safe to assume that they bear her not but ill. Accounts place the Lady Knight in the region of Mordona. You must hurry to her side and help her fend off these black-hearted fiends. Oh, and if you happen to acquire another one of those odd parcels, I should like to see what it contains. And so, to accommodate this, we go to Mordona. Yeah, I said we were going to cover every location in this game, the 3 countries of Eorzea, Carthus, and Mordona, so now it's going to come to a head here. But, which one of the quests will we be getting? Because this is a 3-parter. You can get credit for coming in at the last part, but you must get in on the last part of the fate in order to be credited. So, yeah, it starts off at one part of Mordona near, in the eastern edge of Mordona, and then it goes towards a more centralized location for the last 2 parts of it. The second part leads directly into the 3rd part. So, let's hope they are ready for me. Let me ask if the fate is active. Alright. Away we go. We're gonna head eastward. Okay, looks like the first part of that fate is not yet active. Okay, no, it's not yet available, and I crashed into the wall and I got bucked by my chocobo again. But no matter. We can go to where we need to be in order to get our first shot at lightning. Oh. Okay, so Ono is a bit preoccupied, but that's okay. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway. Okay, yeah, here it is. Just started. So it starts simply enough. All you have to do is just fight off these bad guys, just these underlings, and you can then move on to other matters. Don't know if he's gonna, my fellow FC member is gonna get in time, but it's okay. If he doesn't make it, I'm not worried. Because, yeah, we just have to be here for the last 2 parts of it. Or even the last part of it. That's sufficient enough. So just come in and start killing off the various ads. There's lightning again. Oh, it's not. There is a lot more to go. A lot more. And of course, it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle here, with so many people wanting to get in and get their share of the battle, their share of the action. They're gonna want to do whatever it takes to get involved. And since we're now at level 45 challenge, that means I do not have to be level synced. I can bring out my full arsenal of attacks. And heck, we can even fight by lightning side if we want to. I'm sure a lot of fanboys will appreciate the opportunity to do so. But I do not count myself among them. Because Lightning, though she is the lead protagonist, is definitely regarded as perhaps the Final Fantasy Saga's greatest anti-hero after Kain from Final Fantasy IV. And that is, of course, the individual to whom my Dragoon armor is modeled after. If you want the true modeling after of Kain's armor from Final Fantasy IV, you need to do a lot of dungeon grinding. Especially high-level dungeons, because it won't count if you take low-level dungeons. Well, it can, but you would have to do, like, a random roulette. They have things called the duty roulettes, and they allow you to obtain challenges such as various fates. So, first one is gone since we successfully killed a sufficient number of enemies. But yeah, some people might be fleeing, but we're not done yet. There is more to this challenge. Yeah, Lightning has reason to be worried. Because the last fate just started. This is what we have to deal with, known as aspects of chaos. And this is what we have to deal with. We cannot attack it, though, until Lightning says a particular quote. So we have to wait for the first 30 seconds to go through. she brings out her Eidolon, and we can now begin. Just make sure you don't get killed and get caught in the wake of any really uber devastating attacks. There will be a lot of them. Plus, this thing likes to move around a lot from previous experiences with my first avatar. And you may have noticed that the music for this challenge is also different. This is actually the main boss duel music from Final Fantasy XIII that we're listening to. And am I scoring? No, I'm not. Yeah, essentially if you want to score, you basically have to throw yourself right on, and you're not a magician, you basically have to throw yourself right underneath the aspect of chaos and put yourself in harm's way as much as possible in order to get any credit for a score. And because this thing moves around just so much, and its AoE can be quite devastating. Thankfully I didn't suffer too much. Only 500 points of damage, so I can count my lucky stars this time. Alright, safely escape that one. Now bring out my full barrage of attacks now. Don't hold anything back, unless he uses Whirlwind again. Did I jump in too soon? I did not jump in too soon, I timed it perfectly. Alright, hey. Yeah. Proving my point that this thing just keeps moving and does not stop moving. Annoying as all hell, but you have to roll with the punches. Oh, another whirlwind, and I'm auto-locked. I'm perma-locked, which means I have to take the hit. Yeah, the perma-lock move thing still annoys me to this very day. I don't know how that happens or why it happens, but it's uber annoying. Anyway, we've got the aspect of chaos down past half health. And I'm gonna have to take the hit. I did not move fast enough. Yeah, I didn't react fast enough and I wasn't able to save myself. Here he comes again with the whirlwind. Yeah, he certainly seems to like it. There we go. Get right back underneath the aspect of chaos. Ooh, now it's turned towards me. And he certainly likes to pick his targets. Oh. Oh, crap. Permalock. But I'm exempt from the danger. Back on the aspect of chaos, please. Yeah, I don't want to target lightning. Not at all. Alright. We've almost got it here. It's only a matter of time because we have a sufficient number of people to help me out. And I do not believe I was fast enough. I was not. But it doesn't matter. We've almost got this. We've almost got it. And one last whirlwind for good measure. And before too long, boom. This thing is dead. And victory is ours. And there we go. That's the last fate that has to be done. So, Lightning thanks her Eidolon for the assistance. And the Big Ugly now vanishes. And so, Lightning will take her leave. As must we. So, back over to New Gridania. Plain luck, that'll be the last of them. Well, that will certainly hold true because, yeah, that was the last challenge. So now that we have completed said last challenge, it is time to bring our experience with this particular event to a close. Yeah, it's only going to go on until next Wednesday, so if you still have time, get in on it and have fun with it. Yeah, because, yeah, definitely with my first avatar, of course, I have everything that I need to be successful, but with my second avatar, Edie here, it's a bit more of a struggle. And of course, it also doesn't help if you're starting this with your second avatar a few days after the challenge already began. Because by this point, a lot of people have already completed it. Nonetheless, we now get to come back here to Miketo's Amphitheater to speak with Kippa Yakaya for the last time. You You seem weary, adventurer. Did you see battle? How does lightning fare? Did you acquire any more unusual packages? One at a time, one at a time. This ought to do it for you. This should be more than adequate. And so after speaking my piece with Kippa Yakaya, thank the gods, I feared the worst, but you've set my mind at ease. I thought I might find you here. Yep. Lightning makes an encore performance. Mistress Lightning, it is good to see you hail. Ah, crap. My throat went awry on me. Mistress Lightning, it is good to see you hail. What brings you back to Gridania? I wanted to say my goodbyes. Yeah, it's time for her to go back to her own world. Can we talk somewhere else? I believe we can accommodate you, Miss Lightning. No question. Yeah, so we're gonna go up to a nice little lake to have our farewell to Miss Lightning. The time I've spent in Eorzea has been a welcome respite. I'm grateful for the peace I've found, when I'm not been fighting monsters and fiends, of course. Believe it or not, the place I come from is far more grim and dark, but it is still my home and there are some things too precious to abandon. If things were different, I wouldn't mind living out the rest of my days here. But watching you follow your heart and find your own free will has reminded me that I must do the same. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, Lightning. So I've decided to head back, blade swinging. I'm ready to return and ready to finish this. God or not, someone's going to regret putting me through these trials. Yeah, that look in her eyes. But now, it's time for Lightning to go a little more light than lightning, as it were. And it looks like that someone was listening, just waiting to hear my declaration of war. Well, I won't be there to see it. I'm being called back. It's a shame. My memories of this world probably won't last. Keep them for me. I believe I can do that for you. And so, away she goes in a light filled with plumage. Yeah, it's not Garuda's plumage, unfortunately. And thankfully, though. Yeah, catch a feather, but then see it go away. She's gone. And a bit too late for these two. Heard word that Lightning was on her way to Gridania. Came as swiftly as I could. Unfortunately, I'm afraid you two aren't. Yep. Confound it! You're telling me we were too tardy? The fight affair has faded forever? Yeah, I'm afraid so. She was such an intriguing character. But it seems she had unfinished business elsewhere. People to protect and a home to save. I wonder if the odd parcels she left behind were not some material manifestation of her determination. 'Twas a strange phenomenon, to say the least. Well, I must be off to craft these events into another article. I hope I might beg some more of your time for another interview, my dear adventurer. And then, yeah. You need to monopolize all the momentous material. Are you not satisfied with your stunning success thus far? I too must criticize this unseemly avarice. The Raven has not the right to deny my publication a slice of the glory. After all, 'twas we who published the story which started it all. And so, yeah, we'll see if they can work out some sort of arrangement, but as far as I'm concerned, maybe we'll meet again, in another time, another place. Well, it won't be in any Final Fantasy XIII sequel, unfortunately, because I've heard very bad reviews about those games, and quite frankly, from my own personal experience with Final Fantasy XIII, it is one of the toughest games I have ever played. I only ever beat the game once, and I was never able to duplicate my efforts after that. Which gives you an idea of just how hard it is. So we get the 12,420 experience points, plus the final article of clothing. So, with that all taken care of, our experiences with this series of fates to help out Lightning has now come to an end. So, yeah, we've gotten a whole set of attire to now put on Edie, so why don't we go ahead and equip it on him. Starting with the... Yeah, it's a good thing I had just enough space for the Bohemian's coat, as well as the gloves, leggings. Were there boots too? Yes, there were. There were boots too. So, let's go ahead and equip that. So, yeah, it looks pretty good on him. But, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy XIII, something is missing. Be back in a moment, and I will show you what exactly was missing. I just have to make a call to my esthetician. Referral to day 30. Yeah, now this is more like it. Yeah, you have to go pay Jandelin the esthetician 2,000 gil in order to get the Snow Villiers hairstyle, which includes of course, the epic and famous bandana that he wore in Final Fantasy XIII. So yeah, now I have the full snow outfit, and of course, more appropriately, where better to show it off than here in Kerthus, where of course it is all about the snow. And on top of that, since the series has leaned ever more towards the crystals, and of course, since Snow, being the protagonist that he is, seeks to save his fiancée Sarah from her stasis as a crystal, guess where I'm standing? Yeah, that's right, on a crystal. In fact, you might remember this from day 88 of my Let's Play, where I was standing on this crystal formation, this geological formation. This is where I had my encounter with the Stenien, where he told me I had to get my Dragoon armor. And so, what better place to kind of bring day 144 to a close. So, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Having experienced the series of lightning challenges and the lightning fates that we experienced, as well as a little something extra before that, we now had our appetizer and our main course for day 144, so it's time to bring this day to a close. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this special bonus video from Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV on Realm Reborn. I'll look forward to seeing you all in my next Let's Plays and my next Let's Play videos in the next few days. So, until next time everyone, this is Matthew and Navora Autism as dressed up as Snow Villiers, saying take care and I'll see you soon.